What's up, NZers?
Hi!
And welcome back to another family reaction video. Today we're going to be checking out something. I don't think we've ever seen a video from this lady before.
No, we haven't.
I think it's Diane Jennings. I think she's an Irish lady, and I think she has visited America a few times, and she's made a few videos, probably like Lost in the Pond.
Okay.
And she just has some, like her, you know, what she experienced when she went there.
Maybe we can make some of these after we've been.
Maybe we can. Anyway, let's see what she has to say.
Okay.
The first lie that I was told was that Hollywood is full of shiny things and celebrities are just everywhere. I'm going to say it.
Are they?
Hollywood itself is kind of a kick.
Wow, she really went there.
When I was there, I may have seen some celebrities, but they were keeping really low key and had baseball caps on, so they were very hard to spot. And Hollywood, as I said, is not that shiny and wonderful. The Hollywood sign itself is, I'll be honest, it's kind of a letdown. I guess I pictured Beverly Hills when I thought of Hollywood, but no. The next lie that Europeans are told about America is that it's just full of extremes. And don't get me wrong, it is, but it's not just extremes. Our perception through the media is that Americans are either really fat or really fit. They're either total jocks or nerds. Stereotypes from movies. And like I said, don't get me wrong, those stereotypes exist for a reason. However, the majority of people are not extremes. They're just regular, in-between people with thoughts and feelings that vary and are nuanced. The next lie that Europeans are told about America is that you just quit your jobs whenever you want to. And that's, again, from TV shows and films. People just go, I quit, when they're unhappy or having a bad day.
You're fired. I quit! You're fired.
I quit.
You're fired! Yeah. You're fired.
Right, I mean, I already quit. So.
Additionally, we think from the same sources that you can just go, you're fired out of the blue, and there's no repercussions for that. In fact, a lot of times contracts are in place and stuff, and it just doesn't work like that in the real world. On The Apprentice, they do the you're fired, but that's...
It makes for good TV.
It does.
The next lie that you are told about America as a European is that everybody in America is obsessed with celebrities, whereas actually the truth couldn't be farther from that. Okay, so in Europe, a lot of our celebrities come from America, so we naturally presume that everybody is completely obsessed with celebrities within America. In actual fact, most people just kind of see their lives and what goes on behind the scenes as a little bit of entertainment, just like we do in Europe. One thing I will say is kind of odd as a European, always when I go to America, is seeing on your mainstream news the focus on celebrities within actual serious news programs. We don't really have that as much in Europe. I know in the UK they focus a lot on royalty.
Make way for the loser!
But you don't tend to see people talking about celebs on news shows as much in Europe. The next lie, okay, and this might just be a me thing, but the next lie that I believed about America before I went to America, and I actually think you're going to probably slag me off for this in comments. I thought that you guys only had roll-on deodorant. I thought you didn't.
Where did you get that from?
Why would you even click that?
Because in movies, people always roll on their deodorant, you know, in the changing rooms and stuff. I know you have Old Spice and stuff like that, but for some reason, I had it in my head that in America, spray-on deodorant didn't exist. And I was always like, wow, they should really get spray-on deodorant. I guess they don't use it in films because it goes and it would make a noise, whereas like it's easier to just do the roll-on if you're like shooting a TV scene. You don't have to have that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just a me. If you're from Europe, did you know that spray-on deodorant existed in America? Because I didn't. The next misconception that Europeans have about America is that you're all really rich. And I get why this misconception exists, to be fair.
I don't know what's being shown over in Ireland,
but...
but...
that your houses are on are generally a lot bigger.
That's true, the houses are bigger.
Oh, the houses are much bigger, but of course there's still poverty. In fact, the poverty is probably far worse than,
many people in
like
America
here, for
live
instance.
on credit, so a lot of people are living above their means to what they really should be living.
That's
and the thing with
similar
credit
to
in America is you are encouraged to use credit. Like a lot of things you can't get until you build up credit, which is exists in Europe, but it isn't so much.
You need to get good credit score.
There are other ways to build up your trust with banks. And as I've mentioned before, I've never seen poverty quite like I've seen in America. In Europe, of course, there are homeless people, but not in the same way that they are in America. It really shocked me. Because I went over expecting, as I said, pretty much everybody to be super rich, and then I saw people looking like Oliver Twist on the street, and that was a surprise to me. Additionally, some things in America are a lot cheaper than they are where I come from in Ireland. Ireland has just been named alongside Denmark as the most expensive country in Europe for the cost of living. The prices of goods and services in Ireland are on average 40% higher than they are anywhere else in the EU.
Oof,
and then when I went to
brutal.
America, it was like things were more expensive in some areas but cheaper in other areas. So I was surprised because I thought everything would be the same, if not more expensive when I went there. The next lie that we are told about America, and this should come as no surprise, and I don't want to get bogged down in the discussion too much, but it's that everybody there has pew-pews.
All right.
And they don't. Not everybody does. In fact, it's a very divided country on people's opinions about that, but people have very strong opinions about that, and I'm going to swiftly move on. I just thought that every single person would have one when I went there, and that's not the case. The next lie that Europeans are told about America is that pretty much teenagers run America, if media was to be believed, and movies and TV shows. In actual fact, I have still not seen a cheerleader when I've gone to America. I have never been invited to a prom or homecoming, and that seems like an integral part of your society from film and TV. So, yeah, I know movies and TV shows aren't real, but I definitely thought that teenagers would have a more central role in America as a result of watching so many of them. The next lie that we are told about America is that you guys eat fast food constantly. And that actually could not be further from the truth. Americans, more so than anywhere else in the world, love to cook.
Yeah, they do.
Americans love to barbecue. It's like your thing. You're like, my grill, my barbecue, you're mad for cooking.
Yeah.
There is fast food on every corner in America, so that's where the perception comes from. It's a lot easier to get your hands on, but most Americans don't eat fast food every single day. You cook for the most part. I definitely thought Americans just ate TV dinners and fast food constantly, and cooking was like something you did at family events. The next lie that we are told about America is that your breakfasts are crazy. Like, you eat waffles and pancakes and cereal every single morning. You have a full feast for breakfast every day. So yay! Enjoy smelling breakfast. In fact, I think most Americans probably live on just the same kinds of breakfast as most of us Europeans do. Of course, we have Irish breakfast, you have American breakfast, which consists of waffles and pancakes. They do exist. But mostly, I think our general
like a
day
Denzi
breakfast crossover. You might have a bowl of
Pancakes.
porridge, a bowl of cereal, slice of toast, a bit of coffee. I definitely thought it was like America-themed breakfast every single day, whereas that's not really sustainable, and you would be carrying a lot of extra weight if you ate that every single day. I would love to have American breakfast every single day, but it's not a good idea. Although the same could be said for Irish breakfast. You should not eat Irish breakfast every single day, because to be honest, after I have an Irish breakfast, it's delicious, but it slows me down.
I don't know what an Irish breakfast is.
I like to have a little nap after an Irish breakfast. The next lie we're told about America, and there's truth in this one, but not as much as I had thought, it's that you all go around suing each other constantly. America is
Oh,
an
yeah,
extremely
true.
litigious country, but I think that's also due to the proportion of people compared to everywhere else in the world. Like, if there's more people somewhere, there's going to be more people suing people, right? But the impression that we are given of Americans is that if you bang your head on something, you're going to sue the company that built that.
Definitely
something.
given that
Whereas
impression.
Yeah.
the truth is, most times when something happens, people just let it go unless there's like serious ramifications. I definitely did think people just went around suing each other. I don't think that this is not fueled by the urban myths that are created on the internet. For example, there's that urban myth about the woman in America who sued McDonald's because her coffee was too hot, whereas if you actually go and look that up, the truth is that woman was actually really badly injured and that the coffee was way hotter than it should have been. But people like these extravagant headlines, and it makes Europeans think that Americans do just go around being like, you're sued, you're sued, you're sued. And also I thought that every American just had a lawyer on standby, because when you see things again, people go, call my lawyer.
Yeah.
Most people don't just have a lawyer to call. You generally have to research that.
Okay.
Let me know below in comments if you want to see the other way round version of this. Lies Americans are told about Europe, because it's a long list. I gotta cut that one down, to be honest. Remember to give Hero Wars a download and give it a try. I always...
Yeah. So it looks like a lot of her stuff is based off movies and TV.
Yeah, and that's exactly how our perception of America is. It's either headlines in the media,
Yeah.
which are always extreme.
Yeah.
They're always an extreme story.
Yeah.
or TV and movies, which can be largely exaggerated. So I
Yes.
feel like
Sensationalized.
they're sensationalized. Everything's sensationalized. So I feel like, my perception, especially having never been to America going in, is full of extremes,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see what I notice when I get there.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be like disappointed.
Yeah, or just like surprised in some ways.
I was going to say something about the suing people. That was
Yeah,
kind of
I
like the
totally
lie.
agree. That's what I thought. I thought they did sue each other all the time.
Yeah. And man, you just have such a clogged up justice system.
Totally.
All the hearings and court
Yeah.
cases and everything like that.
Yeah. So who slapped who first?
Yeah.
Sounds like kind of like parenting.
yeah, exactly. Oh, well, that was interesting.
I do think.
There are a few silly ones, though, that I never even would have
I
thought
mean,
about.
like the deodorant-
in my
The
life.
deodorant one,
What?
that's never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But I do feel like when we do travel, I'm going to write down things as I
Yeah, true.
kind of am surprised by them.
Yeah,
And
mate.
try and compile a list from my perspective.
Make some notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make some notes.
And we'll try and get the kids' thoughts on it too.
Yeah.
And can I just say another one for me that feels quite daunting to me is driving.
Yeah.
What is it going to be like to be on American roads?
And what are American drivers like? Are they angry drivers? Are
Yeah.
they like pushy drivers?
Well-
is there a lot of
Get out of
horn?
my way!
Yeah. Is there road rage?
I was thinking more like drive time. Like it says that you need to go from there to there and it's 2 hours, but it's actually like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like because just the scale of the country is
Yeah.
so massive.
Yeah.
So that's why for me, the just getting from place to place because we have a lot of driving to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
We do.
So for me, it's all around the driving.
I think
but-
a lot of like one of the misconceptions that I might have is safety.
Oh yes, yeah, safety.
And a lot of that comes from our subscribers saying be careful, watch out,
It also comes from
Yeah.
like the media. And
yeah,
comes
but like
from-
I thought that the media was kind of overblowing things. But then
Yeah.
when I read the comments from our subscribers, I'm not gonna lie, it does make me feel a bit, I want to be pleasantly surprised and arrive there and feel really safe.
Because like all we see in the news is when there's been like a bad thing that's happened.
Yeah.
Got to have
and
your
then-
wits about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're all gonna be like, well, is that just gonna happen like wherever
Yeah.
we are? Like just
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
randomly
We then hop
happen?
out, and then we go into the thing. We wait there. Then we get our rental car. We go in. It was just a tornado following us.
All right, guys, and if you enjoyed that one, make sure you smash the like button and also let us know down in the comments. Try and clear any of the lies up.
Yeah.
And it was quite an interesting list.
Or give us some more things to check out before we leave.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
because we leave in 2 weeks.
Yep. So, well, I don't know when this will be uploaded.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're
but-
already
but-
away.
Yeah, but from now,
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if you want to know any more info about the channel, make sure you check out the description box below. And we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye!